Hello, how are you doing? My name is Chandra Harris, and I'm going to be teaching you about something that's not really learned anymore in schools or colleges, but is very effective in real life. And that is how to make a resume. Some people don't even know what a resume is, but I'm going to teach you how to not only make a resume, how to make a quick, easy, simple resume. Okay? So in today's economy, I know sometimes it's really hard to find a good job and to maintain that job. So the first step to that is having a decent resume that'll get you an interview with an employer when you apply online, since everything's digital nowadays. So there's a couple steps that you'll need to follow in preparation for every resume. And there's actually four of them, and I'm going to explain them to you now. So the first thing you want to remember when you're doing a resume is always keep your resume on one page. This one page resume, you can print it, type it, write it, however, email it. You just want to condense everything down to one page so your employer is not reading a book about the work experience you have, but you're selling yourself to them in a condensed form that's giving them all the information that's needed. Second step is to have a reliable and valid reference. You don't want Joe that you met at the bar or Susan you met at the park. You want a coworker, a boss, a mentor, someone that has worked well with you and understands how you work and can tell this new employer what a great asset you'd be to their team. Okay? The third thing you want to do is make sure you have the correct contact information for yourself down. Now this one's really important because if your contact information is not correct, your employer has no way to contact you if they want to hire you for the job. Now, I understand life is crazy. We change our numbers, we change our emails, we move, but just as important it is as submitting a resume, it's updating your resume every time you get a new job. You would update. So if you got a new phone number, a new email address, or a new address, you want to update those info facts as well. Why? Because for one, this is the main way the employer contacts you. And secondly, if you're going to give your resume out to a billion people, or you're going to use your resume as a template to make another one, you'll want all the valid information that you have on that resume. And then last and final step that you want to do is you to make sure that you list skills, qualifications, any licenses that you have that qualify you for the position you're applying for. You have to remember, a resume is you selling yourself to the employer, you telling them the skills that you have and the experience you have to the job of which you're applying for. Every job you have can teach you a new skill that you can take to another job. So you want to be sure to include anything you feel you've taken from an old job that you can put it towards a new job. Okay? So that seems simple enough, right? Four easy things that we can do to make a valid resume. Okay, so if we got that down pat, let's just go over it one more time. So, in recap, the first thing we want to do is have our resume all on one page. The second thing we need to do is have valid references. The third thing we need to do is have our contact information updated and accurate. And the fourth thing we need to do is always include our skills and qualifications that will allow us to get the job. When you mix all of that together into the big salad bowl, you'll get a great salad because your resume will be complete with all these different aspects that will make this employer read this and you'll sell yourself to this employer and they're going to give you a call back instantly. So, thank you for your time and let me tell you about how to make a decent resume and I hope you go home and you try it out. And if that employer gives you a call back, then we know that those four easy steps work.